Hi and welcome to Happy Hips. This is a hip opening yoga flow. For most levels it might feel quite challenging if you are tight in the lower body, but just take it at your own pace and modify as you need to. This is also day 11 of the January challenge on Yoga with Ilona, so whether you're joining as part of the challenge or as a one-off, I am so glad you are here and we will get into it. Starting in a seated position, bring your hands to your knees. Sit yourself up on a block or a cushion if you feel like your lower back is rounding too much. And taking a moment to just set aside everything else that's going on in your life right now. Bringing yourself fully into your yoga practice by coming into your breath, breathing in and out through the nose and focusing on the sensation and the sound of your breath. Building flexibility in the body is so much about becoming steady in the mind and not allowing your thoughts or the sensations to rule what you do. If you can control the breath, you can control the mind. So now, feeling nice and centered, bring your soles of your feet together. Again, sitting up on a block or a pillow if you need it. Grab onto the feet and take a gentle badakonasana, a butterfly pose. You can take your peace fingers around your big toes or just wrap your hands around the feet and fold towards the legs. You can even use your elbows to press into the inner thighs or the inner calves. Just allowing your body to fold over the legs, only coming down as far as feels good. You could maybe bring your forehead to the feet if you are very open in the lower body, but we're just warming up, so just take it to a point that feels like a nice, healthy stretch. And then exhaling, slowly coming up. We will take one of my favorite mobility exercises for the hips before we begin our deep yoga stretches. So taking your left shin parallel with the top edge of the mat and the right shin parallel with the right side of the mat. So you're making two 90-degree angles with the legs. Try to square the body. Now you may need to use your hands or you may need to have your hands up on blocks or something, but we are trying to get the shoulders square and the hips square and kind of counteract that natural drop over to the left side. This is really going to open up the hips. So flexing the feet, see if you can do it without your hands. Breathe in, and then as you exhale, come through the center and swivel around into that 90-90 position the other direction. Flexing the feet, maybe adjusting the position of your legs if you need to, squaring the shoulders towards the back edge of the mat now. Breathe in and exhale to change, trying to stay strong through the core and as lifted through the spine as you can. Inhale and exhale, switch. Breathe in, exhale, switch. You can see I'm sliding off the mat now, so you might need to make your way back onto the mat. Around, back towards the left. A couple more with your own breath. One more time, back the other way. Nice. And from there, coming over into a tabletop position, but with the right leg crossed over the left. And Bringing your hands under your shoulders, we'll take a cat and cow here with these crossed legs. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, lift the top of the head, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round. Move with your breath. Inhale. Breathe in, open the chest. Exhale, round the back. Now coming to a neutral spine. Step the right foot to the right outside edge of the mat. Tuck the left toes under, breathe in. So you're in a low lizard position, up on the fingertips. Your right foot is out to the right outside edge of the mat. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, straighten the right knee. So you're coming to a long triangle legs. Breathe in, bend the right knee, bring the left knee down. Exhale, back. One more time. And back into that triangle shape. From here, turn the right toes towards the left corner of the mat and sit yourself down into skandasana, turning towards me. So we're in a side lunge here. You might need to use your hands. You might need to come up higher if you are tight in the hips. Otherwise, flexing your left foot, extending your left leg. Left leg is active and lifted up off the mat. You can take an open twist here if that feels good on your body, or even bind around the right leg if you can access that. If you are higher up, you could use some blocks or something to hold yourself up, just fully trying to move around until you feel that stretch in the hips. And with your next exhale, sit yourself down onto the mat. Your left leg is extended, your right knee is lifting up towards the ceiling. Grab for the front of your right ankle with your left hand, maybe taking a block under your sitting bones if you need it. Flex your left toes and then reach up and over with the right fingers, just coming as far as feels good for you. Modify as you need, and if you are already very open in the hips, you could come all the way over with the right fingers, continuing to lift the right knee away from you, stretching out down the whole right side of the body. Wherever you are in the pose, finding your breath. Stay with your breath here. And now we'll take the left arm alongside the left leg. And slowly walking your way up. Now turning towards your left foot, bring your right leg around. So your left toes are lifting towards your face, and bring the right leg around so you're coming to a half cow face pose. You want to try and have your right knee above your left. Find a tall spine. Breathe in. If this is already enough of a stretch here for you, then stay here. Otherwise, you can try folding forwards over that left leg, maybe grabbing the foot if that feels good for you. A few nice deep breaths here. Breathe in and exhale, gently walk the hands back up. And now coming to the full cow face position with the legs, as long as that feels okay on your knees and you don't feel any pinching or discomfort in the knees. If your knee is sensitive, then keep the left leg extended for a little longer. Otherwise, coming to the full cow face, your feet sticking out to the sides and the knees stacked on top of one another. staying up in a lifted version of the position or folding forward over the legs, whichever you prefer, depending on how deep you want to go into the stretch today. And now finding the breath. Bringing your mind onto the breath and keeping it there. Each time your mind wants to take you out of the position, just come back to the breath. And now walking your hands back behind you, extend your left leg out in front of you once again, and pick up the right foot with your left hand. Bring the right arm around the right thigh and cradle the right arm, the right leg like a baby. It's a little funny, but it's going to really help open up that hip. And then make a figure of four position, bringing your right ankle on top of your left thigh and walk your way down to lying on your back for your supine figure of four position. You can thread your right hand through the gap between your legs, flex your right toes, breathe into the sensation. Staying here with the breath. Another deep breath in, and then uncross the legs, extend the legs up towards the ceiling, maybe give your knees a rub, and then make your way up to seated and come around, ready to take that whole sequence on the other side. So this time your left leg is coming over your right, ready for that cat and cow variation. Hands coming under the shoulders. Breathe in, open the heart. Exhale, round the back, press the mat away, tuck your tailbone. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round the back. Move with your breath. One more time. Good. Coming back to a flat back and then stepping your left foot out to the top left edge of the mat. Ready for this. So coming to this lizard variation, up on the hands, tuck the right toes under, inhale. Exhale, send it back to a triangle leg position, flexing your left toes towards your face. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, send it back. Couple more. One more time. Nice. And now bringing your left toes to point towards the top right corner of the mat. Bring your right heel down and extend the right leg as you come around into your skandasana position, a side lunge. Again, taking the position to a point that feels right for you. And if your heel lifts up, then you can place something underneath it, trying to lift the chest as much as you can. Staying with your breath here, maybe taking that open twist if that felt good on the other side. Keeping your right toes flexed. And then sit yourself down between the legs. Take your right hand to your left ankle and then reach up and over as you draw the left knee away from you, stopping at a point that feels good. We don't want to be leaning towards that bottom leg too much, but lifting up, opening the heart forwards and up. And then if you want to try grabbing the right toes with your left hand, then you can do so. Keep lifting the left knee away. And again, just taking it to the point that works for you. If you're up here, that's great. We're doing the same thing. And then taking the right arm on the inside of the right leg to just feel that slightly different stretch here. And then slowly coming back up, turning towards that right foot. Bring your left leg over the top of your right thigh for your half cow pose, gomucasana. Flex your right toes, maybe fold forward if that felt good on the other side. Lifting your heart towards the right leg. Another deep breath in, and now walking the hands back up, ready to try out your full cow face pose on the other side. So bringing the heels as much around to the outsides of your hips as you can and trying to stack the knees on top of each other. Again, if you feel any pulling in the knees, then maybe just take yourself back into that half cow face variation. You could also fold forward if that feels good for you today and you're enjoying a very deep stretch. Wherever you are, find your breath. Another deep breath in, and now extending the bottom leg out once again. Pick up your left foot with your right hand and bring the knee into your elbow crease and give your leg a little cradle like a baby, really opening up that hip here. And then making a figure of four shape with your legs, flex your left foot and make your way down to lying on your back for your supine figure of four. Either just staying there, pressing the left knee away from your face, or reaching through and grabbing for the outside of the right shin. Breathing deeply into the space where you feel the deepest sensation. Keep extending your exhales long. Breathing in and exhale, uncross the legs, give yourself a hug, give yourself a little rock from side to side. And just taking a gentle twist, sending the legs over towards the right. A couple of deep breaths here. And then take the legs back the other way. And now making your way into the center, extend the legs mat width distance apart. And bring the arms back down by your sides. Preparing for savasana, corpse position, palms facing upwards. Nice deep slow breaths. And now wiggling your fingers and toes, turn your head from side to side and then make your way over to your side and up slowly to a seated position. Bring yourself to a comfortable seat. Find a tall spine. Just staying with your breath for another moment or two. And now I invite you to bring your hands to heart center, bow your head, thank yourself for practicing yoga today. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope that you're feeling super open in the hips and very refreshed from your flexibility practice. If you enjoyed it, I will link some of my other yoga flows on the screen that I think you will enjoy. Keep practicing, maybe do a meditation now, and I will see you very soon. Bye.